Hi everybody, this is Frank Walker from Hicksville, New York. I was born in 1967 with Prune Belly Syndrome. I'm 51 years old and did not know of anyone else born with this until I was 35. A lot of my story is the same as other stories you'll see on this video. The one difference of mine is that I had surgery when I was 15 years old that took muscles from my legs and moved them into my stomach to serve as a correction for the missing muscles that I was born without. So I was very lucky in that I was able to have that done, and luckily it worked out. But you'll see a lot of different stories in this video on other people's variations of it, and a lot of them are miracle survivors, and that's the key to this whole thing, is that even though there are some that are not, most of them are survivors, and we're going to get through everything we can get through. And we're here to support Malik, and hopefully this will help. Thank you.
Hey folks, I'm Kurt Walker. I'm calling in from Lincoln, Rhode Island, and this is a message for Malik and all of his classmates. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about Prune Belly Syndrome. I'm 51 years old. I was born in 1967, and I was born with Prune Belly Syndrome. And within a couple weeks, I was not feeling so well, so my mom brought me into the hospital at Boston Children's Hospital. And from there, over the next 5 years, they diagnosed me with Prune Belly Syndrome, and I had lots and lots of surgeries, lots of general anesthesia, lots of time in the hospital, most of the first 5 years of my life. And I was told or my parents were told that I wasn't going to be able to do much, that I wasn't going to be able to stand up straight, that I wasn't going to be able to play sports, that I wasn't going to be able to walk. And none of those things were true, thank God. And I just want you to know that this is a disease that is not well known. It's a very rare disease, but it is treatable. And one of the things that has helped a lot of folks with Prune Belly Syndrome is kidney transplants, which brings me to Malik. Malik is in need of a kidney transplant. And so I hope that you all will gather around him and support him and care for him, and help he and his family raise the money that they need to be able to have him get this kidney transplant. Please do all you can do and spread the word about Prune Belly Syndrome. And so for Malik, this is a message directly to you. I want to say that I love you and I care about you. I am praying for you every day, Malik, and you are my brother. Take care. Much love to you and your family. I hope you get well soon. And I hope you get that brand new kidney in no time at all. Take care. Kids, remember, help Malik, help his family, and spread the word about Prune Belly Syndrome. Thank you.
Hi, this is Elijah. I have Prune Belly and I live in New Zealand. And I'm 9 years old and I love Lego. Bye.
Hey, Islip High School, meet Nicholas. He is 10 years old and one of the 1,500 living in the U.S. with PBS. We wish we could be there in person. We are from New Jersey, but recently relocated to Delaware. As you can see, he is like you in many ways. He has been playing soccer since he was 5, has been in band for 2 years. He loves playing Xbox. His current favorite is Fortnite online with his buddies. I bet that is a favorite of some of you. But life is not always fun and games. Nicholas has had 17 surgeries thus far, countless doctor's appointments, hospital admissions, physical, occupational, and speech therapies. He receives ongoing medical care on a daily basis every 3 hours at home. Oftentimes with PBS, there are delays meeting milestones, such as sitting up, walking, talking, and even riding a bike, which he learned to do this summer. Like he said before, this is amazing. Something he always lives by. Never take life for granted. He loves everyone he meets, especially his Prune Belly brothers and sisters.
Caleb was born in September 2001 with kidney failure. By April 2002, he had to start dialysis every day for the next 2 years.
And just very sad as a mother you know, you want to do as much as you can for your child, and there was nothing that I could do. That was a really difficult thing, not being able to do anything to help him.
But an opportunity arrived one day, and Caleb's mom gave him one of her kidneys.
Your work? Did you do a good job on your work?
Caleb is a child that doctors were going to give up on. And here we are, 5 years later. He's playing, he is going to school, he's learning, he is prospering. And that's what you have to remember, that each and every individual child has their own spirit and has a path. And you don't know, no one knows, not even the doctors, what will that child do in the future. But if you just do as much as you can to support that child, give them what they need, we can all be surprised. I guess what I would want to tell any family who has a child who has terminal illness or who is medically fragile is that you have to understand, as we have learned in this family, that you're not the only one.
Here comes a Rainer Sparks Teams members. They include Caroline, Krista, Karen, and Joseph. Good job by all of you here.
The chair ran out of gas.
Yeah, we gotta get the chair down. Sam, let him do it by himself. Come on, Caleb. Keep it straight.
Looking good, looking fine. Here they come. Laura Honig.
Caleb, keep it straight. You got it. Come on, you can do it. Come on.
Hey guys, I'm Jen from Augusta, Georgia. I've been living with Prune Belly Syndrome for 36 years, and about 5% of us are females that were born with Prune Belly Syndrome. Prune Belly Syndrome is also known as Eagle-Barrett Syndrome, and is a rare disorder characterized by partial, complete absence of the stomach muscles. It also affects the bladder, kidneys, and colon, and in some cases other things like muscular skeletal abnormalities like scoliosis, like I have with myself, which is curvature of the spine, and in about 20% of cases, club feet. Some Prune Belly Syndrome patients also have cardiovascular abnormalities as well. These are just a few of my pictures of my family and brothers and sisters born with Prune Belly Syndrome that I wanted to share with you guys. But in my case, I've had over 30 surgeries, one including a kidney transplant. I received my mom's kidney about 16 years ago and doing just fine. I'm constantly in and out of the hospital every few months, and I have to keep up with a medical regimen every 3 to 4 hours. I take over 20 pills daily to keep my body as healthy as possible. But in the meantime, if I'm feeling 70% all right, I'm out living life to the fullest. I enjoy being with my friends and family and traveling and being outdoors. I'll try anything once. And I love being at home with my fur babies and the love of my life. I'm so glad that almost 4 years ago, at age 32, I found the Prune Belly Syndrome Network and met other people like myself, since for so long I thought I was only one. Prune Belly Syndrome has made me the person I am today, which I am proud of that. So thank you guys for letting me share my story. Take care. Bye.
The lack of stomach muscles. This is just one of the 3 major birth abnormalities. Undescended testicles and urinary tract problems are the other 2. Boys make up about 96% of all PBS cases. Most babies are either stillborn, die within the first few weeks of life from severe lung or kidney problems. The survival rate is 50% after the age of 2. Frank is 40 years old, lives on Long Island, and he has Prune Belly Syndrome. He is especially passionate about 2 things: making music and connecting people. For more than 30 years, he has never met another person with PBS. Frank did not want others with PBS to experience the same void. He's been crucial in building the Prune Belly Network, connecting people, medical information, and testimonies, doing away with fear and isolation.
Wondering if I am the only one. What was I supposed to make of my limitations? How much more should I take of this situation? Can it be I am the only one, the only one?
Hi, we're Cash and Avery and Ann Louise Pullen from Midland, Texas. When we were pregnant with Ann Louise, the doctors told us she had a lower urinary tract obstruction and that she could not survive a pregnancy. So we were encouraged to give birth to her at 19 weeks. They said that she would not survive. So a week before we went to have her, they did an ultrasound and saw that some things had changed. So we had her actually at 38 weeks, a full-term pregnancy, and when she was born, they diagnosed her with Prune Belly Syndrome. She actually is doing really well now. She'll be 2 years old in February, and she loves to run and play, wrestle with her brother, and we go to the doctor twice a year, have lots of tests run, and just keep her active like she likes to be.
Hello everybody, my name is Sean Doyle. I'm 44 years old. I live in Bay City, Michigan, and I have Prune Belly Syndrome. If you're not familiar with Prune Belly Syndrome, it's a rare disorder to where you're born with no abdominal wall, so zero stomach muscles. Your kidneys are affected, urinary tract system's affected, bladder's affected, also the heart and colon are affected as well. My situation mostly is my kidneys and my bladder were affected, and my heart. After the dozens of surgeries that I've had repairing the kidneys and the bladder, I've had to undergo 2 open heart surgeries because I've had 3 strokes. So the first one was at the age of 30, the second open heart surgery is at the age of 39. But even though with dealing with all these medical conditions, the countless kidney, urinary tract infections, I do live a very, very normal life. I have a great group of friends. I have a very pretty girlfriend. I've been a pretty successful wedding DJ for the last 23 years. I worked in radio for about 10 years, and I've been in sales for about 24 years. So, other than all the other stuff that's going on with me, I do live a very normal life. I live life to the fullest. I live every day like it's my last. Because unfortunately, the life expectancy with a Prune Belly Syndrome patient is only 50% after the age of 2. So we learn the character of life at a very, very, very early age and learn to appreciate every part of it, every day of it, and not take anything for granted. I hope this video helps explain what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to spread the word, and we're standing at the top of a hill screaming as loud as we can to get the word out and spread Prune Belly Syndrome and help educate people on it. Not the bad, but the good sides too. Because 99% of the people that have Prune Belly Syndrome do live a normal life and can live a normal life.
Hello everybody, my name is Derek Carter. I was born with Prune Belly Syndrome. I was diagnosed at 13 weeks in utero, and meaning still in my mother's womb. I was given a very slim chance of survival, and doctors advised my parents to abort me. My parents chose to fight, to give me a chance at life, and once I was born I was only given just a few hours to live. Those hours turned into days, those days turned into months, and those months turned into years. It has not been an easy journey, but by the grace of God I have beaten all the odds. Prune Belly Syndrome can occur in 1 in every 40,000 live births. 50% of the babies diagnosed with Prune Belly Syndrome die before the age of 2 due to complications of Prune Belly Syndrome. I've had multiple hospital stays. I've had 11 surgeries in total, most of them occurring before the age of 2. Today I am still followed closely by cardiologists and nephrologists to keep a check on my kidney and heart problems, to make sure everything is going as it should. Growing up, I was unable to play contact sports, but I was able to play baseball, which became my passion. After graduating high school, I developed another passion. I developed a passion to help people in a time of need. I am currently an RN with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and every day I am able to pursue my dreams and passions along with spreading awareness of Prune Belly Syndrome.
Go, Lukey, go! What'd you find?
Lucas. What'd you find, Lukey? Good job. Well, now he's bigger and stronger.
Good job, baby.
We send this to Jordan. She'll be so proud of you, Lucas. Your progress.
Your Prune Belly Syndrome was such a rough start, and you wanted to kill your husband.
That was good.
Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos about Prune Belly Syndrome and really learning an in-depth look into the lives of us and the condition that we live with. My name is Malik Ellis and I'm 31 years old and I live in Detroit, Michigan. I was born with Prune Belly Syndrome, and when I was born I was misdiagnosed. The doctors told my parents I had a condition that I wouldn't live past the age of 2, and just like Prune Belly, but this condition is that I have completely gave no hope or chance to living. I was affected with the Prune Belly with one functioning kidney, and I had to have a surgery when I was a child to correct my stomach. So they did a tummy tuck type surgery to fix that, and when I was a child that was the only surgery related to Prune Belly I had. A year ago, a year and 3 months I had a kidney transplant because the one kidney that I had just finally gave up, but luckily through a friend I was able to receive a transplant a year ago, and he actually was a match for me, but then a week before they had to cancel because his antibodies were no longer a match for me, but he decided to still donate his kidney through a parent donation program. So he was able to donate his kidney to a lady in Georgia, and that lady was able to donate a kidney to me. In a year and 3 months, I am healthier than I have been in years, and I'm thankful every day for this gift of life, and I am working and hoping others can receive that gift of life, and what you guys can do to help the classmate is amazing. So I appreciate it, thank you, and have a great day. Bye.
Sean Mulligan, and I am a survivor of Prune Belly Syndrome. I've also had 3 kidney transplants. I was 14, then 18, and 26. The third transplant, it has been 16 years. I've been very healthy, haven't had any medical issues other than a bout of diverticulitis about 10 years or so ago, but luckily it's been fine. I haven't had any issues since. Growing up, I was always very active, even though I was very sick. Had leg pains, headaches, and stomach aches until that first transplant at 14. But despite it all, I always was active, always playing sports with my friends. I never let my health or how sick I was get in the way of being what we consider a normal kid. I was no different than anyone else, and I enjoy different things like everybody else. My parents allowed me to always be active and play sports because they knew, unfortunately, they never knew how much longer I was going to live, so they wanted me to live my life to the fullest. So I've played ice hockey, I've been skydiving, I've flown the small 2-seat Cessna planes. For me, I love spending time with my Prune Belly family. You guys are great. Malik, I'm always here for you. I'm on Facebook under Sean P. Mulligan. If you need my phone number or email, I'd be more than happy to share that with you. I think what I love most about being part of the Prune Belly Syndrome family is we're always there for each other. There's always someone there to talk to who's experienced the same things or at least similar things that can actually rely on to help you go through the difficult times. So I just want to say thank you for the school for help getting involved, because I do know how serious this case is. So Malik, I'm here for you at any time, and I just want to thank again the school for helping out. Thank you.